Everyone here, right here is like, for the ID security 18, and basically that you see right here is I went put together right here are, a few photos and that basically about the same parts of my, early childhood it was, and that can necessarily to where that, far as my education goes to where knowing and understanding about really, I might do most of us, can remember about, from whenever they first, got, their first bill, and that whenever they were young, that they may have wanted a number of things, but like I mentioned before, but let's just say one of those things could have been, it's like, yeah, that maybe they want to have experience, to taking care of one of their own expenses, and you see right here is I went ahead and put this right here if like for ID security, which I know that for ID security 18 I use this tile by the way just because it's like I know nowadays that you pretty much have to be 18 year older in order to do a number of things, and one of those could be for like a if it's a for getting a job or applying for a loan or anything like that, anything for finances or mortgage payments or anything like that, which I know that nowadays that I think that you have to be at least 21 or 22 if it's going to be in a real estate or something like that, but overall that and knowing about for whenever we're turn 18 to that can necessarily to where that when we go pay a bill and necessarily thinking that I'm like for original price, to where it seems like that nowadays to where if you want to try to pay a bill and try to avoid any if it's going to be like maybe service charges or for surcharge that yeah, you may have had to pay about 250 extra just to take care of maybe the insurance online, in which I know that nowadays to where that there's probably about four different ways that you can pay bills, nowadays, either online or maybe on the online or over the mobile. It's like, they may have like a separate application, to where you can pay your bill, using, over the mobile web or something like that, and then, over the phone, or if you want to go ahead and do one, by check or, money order or stuff like that. But on the other hand, that you see right here is like for security, for ID security 18, and basically that talking right here, I'm like this right here would be like an image right here of the moon right here, as well as for artist light year moon, and thinking about, I'm like, yeah, that the number of things that we can get done within the hours between like 2 a.m. To 2 p.m. something like that around midnight, and I know that some places to where that if you're able to make a payments between midnight, and then they by say think about the moon for midnight, to where that I'm sure that anybody say, yeah, you've heard of midnight before, right? I can yeah, I like that. That's a time, or that that's like maybe an agenda or something like that. But let's just say that on average to where midnight, it's like you have right here for moon, and a lot of times it's like, really, is the moon always visible in the sky right around midnight? But let's just say, from like, if we would actually do the calculations and thinking about to where about how many bills that were paid, from midnight of 2016, for the year 2015, by the year 2015 to the year 2017, about how many bills, were paid using, such and such. But let's just say on average that, for like, for midnight, and, thinking necessarily to where, that yeah, whenever you're around the age of 18, you have right here is a photo right here, like you have right here. This would have been my kindergarten picture, as well as with me right here. As of last year on the 4th of July, and then you have right here my graduation painting, for the near future, and you have right here is the birth photo, but for a security measure, a lot of times they ask for like a birth date or any other type of security question. But let's just say on average to where that with any bills that more likely you do pay like for like the original price. And they may say that yeah, really, I'm like, you can't put a prize on a person. And basically what I mean by is like, yeah, that if anybody were thinking about that, yeah, there's a person in particular to where, yeah, you can win them if you think that more likely that you can go ahead and be on time with your payments about four times or so of a month. But let's just say on average that with I don't know if that's necessarily, if anybody want to think about, yeah, you may have heard about this person's experience, but, really, I'm like, should it be a prize and without their permissions, especially? But on your hand, that you have right here is like, really, that we may think that, whenever we turn the age of 18, that maybe a number of things that maybe we can do what we want whenever we're worlding up, yeah, we can get a credit card now, or we can buy such and such, and yeah, we're old enough to buy our own cell phone, we're old enough to have our own cell phone, but let's just say on average, to where that the main things to think about is to where taking care of bills especially, and thinking necessarily to where, the amount of money that's coming in and out, and you're like wanting to where, yeah, $400 was the deposit, right? And then plus 450, and then you're like, and then after about maybe 90 days or so, and you're like Warren to where, don't I get my deposit back? Like, well, you were late, those first two times, from the 15th or something like that, and as well as, the last payment you made was only about the 20%, from the full charge or something like that. So I'm sure that nowadays, to where it seems like whenever we pay bills, and thinking necessarily to where that you pay maybe not the original price, but the price that shows on the bill plus maybe the 450, and you're like, Warren, to where, hey, that sounds like a ripoff, because if that's like what you call it, maybe a service charge for, like, if you're paying over the phone, to they may say kind of a fee to talk to a representative, or if it's maybe if you're going to be making a payment, using a Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express card or something like that. So it's like Warren, to where that, yeah, taking care of maybe the car insurance, that they may say that, you may incur a counter fee if you may be charged about, to have 5% or 3% more just for paying for the bill. And some that may say that, hey, just pay the bill, get it over with, or some that may say, oh, I don't think that's fair, I'm not doing it. I'm going to go ahead and just, mail a check, or I'm just going to go ahead and pay by credit card or something like that. So I'm sure that there may be a number, or anybody say that, really, I'm like, that you should not be complaining, because on your hand, that, I'm like, at least the bill's not late, or such and such. But the top, I say, for ID security, to where if we were to look at it, right here's a painting right here, and let's just say that on average, to where I'm sure most of us would probably say, to think about whenever the clock strikes midnight, it is just thinking about how many things that have gotten done within the past 10 days or so, and you're like thinking about, yeah, $400 was a deposit plus the 450, and then maybe after about maybe 30 days, they may say, you may get that deposit back. It's just thinking about, I guess, if you're saying, besides, if it's besides the contract or anything like that, it's thinking about the things that more likely that were promised, as well as to where, a deposit, I guess, more likely is to where, see how well you do on this next part, you pay a bill, and it's like, I guess you say, goes by saying pay your dues. But on the other hand, it seems like to where, if you're trying to avoid any service charge fees, it just seems like to where you could be breaking a rule, because each and every time. And then more likely that the way I think about it, though, is, if anything, is that whenever I do get a paycheck, and thinking necessarily to where, if anything, it maybe pay about maybe $100 on a bill. It's like, instead of doing it maybe every 2 weeks, paying a bill every 2 weeks, if it's anything, maybe going to be about only $49 or something like that. But working it out to where with the payments goes. But let's just say if there is a charge per time that you make a payment, if anything, maybe not do a maybe not make a payment every day or every 3 days or so, but maybe every 3 weeks. If anything, is to make a deductible, if you want to call it, like a certain minimum premium payment, to where that if it's going to be about between $49 and $55 or so. So you're like Warren, to where you raise the cost of the payments, but then lower the amount of times that you make that payment. So you're like Warren, to where, yeah, it sounds confusing, right? But anyway, but talk right there is, for ID security, 18, and knowing about a number of things like do is like, for being the age of 18, and you're like Warren, one of those things will be like, is like early. I'm like, if you want to have experience paying a bill, it's like you're on time. But anyway, May 25, and thanks for watching.